Well guys, g'day and welcome back to another video. We've got the Troopy back in the driveway for this video and we're doing a few little jobs on that. We're going to repack and replace the front wheel bearings and also end up doing the rotors in this video as well. So a little bit of a job on the front end there, a few other bits and pieces, yeah. But before we get started, I want to talk to you about a little product that I got sent out. Well, I reached out to these guys, Icheck Tpms. Now I've been running their Tpms in the 76 for a few years now, and I've actually become reliant on it. So it's a bit strange jumping in the Troopy without the tyre pressure monitor in the background there. So I reached out, they were kind enough to send me out one for the Troopy. It's their latest model. It's got some pretty good features on it. Seems a little bit more updated than the one on the 76, so I'm keen to try that out. But so we'll get that on in a minute. But so why do I want to run a tyre pressure monitoring system? So it's quite handy to have one, because if you get a slow leak in a tyre, it's going to let you know that tyre is going down. So this particular unit, 15% I think it is, once it drops below 15%, it will give you an audible alarm and a visual alarm that tyre is going down. So that enables you to pull over and rectify the issue before it destroys your tyre. Now if you have a slow leak and you don't know about it, chances are you're not going to know about it until it's completely flat and you run a chance of wrecking your tyre and your rim. So this is going to give you an audible alarm. Also with this particular unit, it has an off-road mode. So you unscrew the sensors off your valve caps, you let your tyres down to your pressures that you want to run. Say you go onto the beach and you're going to run 20 psi, screw those caps back on once you've aired down, and it'll reset the values in the head unit. So another good feature, I suppose, if you're just driving around town, you're using your 4B as a daily, and you pick up a screw or a tyre, you've got a slow leak, you might have something in your bead from four-wheel driving on the weekend, this is going to let you know that tyre is going down slowly. And that's something pretty handy, because you can go and get that tyre fixed before it becomes an issue. Like, you know, there's nothing worse than coming out after work and going to your car Thursday arvo and the tyre's dead flat because, you know, you haven't noticed it's been going down all week. So a couple of little things they sent me out to, these tyre deflators. These are the same as I run on the 76. These things are handy. You set them to your pressure, run around, screw them on the tyres, and it airs down to your set pressure, which is pretty good. And also picked up a like a little tyre pressure gauge. This one is pretty good too. Has like a tread block depth gauge there, which is not too bad. If you need to adjust I use that like a little stick to adjust fine-tune my tyre pressures if I have to. Yeah, but this is actually a really nice little gauge to use, this thing. So let's go ahead and get this TPS installed. It's like really easy. Just I've already charged up the head unit inside, but after you've mounted it to your dash, it has a solar panel, so this will stay charged on your dash. If you don't wish to mount it on your dash, or it doesn't get enough sun, you can just there is a hard lead to plug it in and run it like that. Has a backlit display for nighttime use, and yeah, that's really handy. Also with the wheel sensors, so this one is just the 5 pack because I'm just running it on the Troopy. You can get bigger packs if you want to run this on your caravan. We run it on the Ulti with the 76, so that's really handy knowing your pressures in the trailer as well, and that's pretty good. This thing does run, it does show you the temperature of the tyres as well, which is quite surprising. I've noticed over the years towing the camper trailer, like you have extra weight on the back of your car, how much difference that makes to the temperature of your rear tyres compared to your front. It's actually quite surprising. So the good thing about this system too is, so after we screw all these on to our valves, if you do happen to lose one, which I have done on the 76 twice now, because yeah, I don't know, that's me. So yeah, if you do happen to lose one, you can just, they're all numbered, so you just jump on their website and you can order just that one unit the little one valve sensor that you need. Like say you lose number 4, you jump on their website, you look it up and you buy the number 4 one, you come home, you repair it to the head unit, and away you go again. It's that easy. You don't have to buy a whole new system. So yeah, I love that feature about this, because yeah, I tend to misplace stuff. Yeah, so let's get this on and then let's get stuck into some other work on the Troopy. Alright, thanks guys. Alright guys, I've pulled both the front hubs off the Troopy now, and I've decided, before even washing the bearings, that I'm going to replace them. I don't know if you can see that one. It might clean up alright, but actually I know this one's not going to clean up alright, so I don't want to replace just one side and not the other. I'm just going to replace both sides with new bearings. I'll get a new bearing kit tomorrow. So it's Sunday Arvo now, that's why I pulled it apart now, so I can get the parts tomorrow. And there's no rush, but I might just plod along and put it back together through the week. I have to think too, there's a fair bit of a lip on the rotor, and they are pretty very ordinary, which you know you would expect. So I think I'll get some new rotors while I'm at it. I'll probably put a terrain tamer bearing kit in it, and I'll probably go with the terrain tamer rotors for the front. I'm just going to concentrate on the front for now, and then maybe next week I'll turn it around on the driveway and have a look at the back. But yeah, I'm definitely glad I pulled this bearing apart. This one had a bit of play in that wheel. The guys at the tyre shop told me about that, so that's why I thought I'd better get onto it. So yeah, so I'm just going to knock these bearings out now and take the rotor off. I'll clean the hub up so it's ready for everything when I get the parts. Yuck. I'll give these a wash anyhow. I might be able to keep 1 or 2 for a spare. I don't know if this will undo these bolts, but we'll give it a go. Yes. So it's just my hub left now. I can clean that up and get that ready for new rotors and new bearings. Alright, got everything cleaned up now. I've got the hub all cleaned up, ready to, I'll order some rotors tomorrow and some new wheel bearings. Got the freewheeling hub all cleaned up, ready to be re-greased on assembly. Cleaned up my nuts and my washer and all these other bits and pieces. Cleaned all them up too. Now, I did clean this wheel bearing up because this was the good side. So, but I don't think I'm going to save it. Whoever's put this wheel bearing in has damaged that surface there. It obviously hasn't affected it, but it's not far off it. I don't know if you can see that. Right along this edge, they've just, yeah. So when you knock your bearings in, you got to be real careful not to damage them. Damage that face and they're gone straight away, I reckon. But they've been pretty lucky with this one. I could keep it as a spare, I suppose. See how I feel. So yeah, that's ready to go. Tomorrow I'll order the parts and we'll see from there. This side is too. So curiosity got the better of me and I washed up that first side I pulled out, that one that looked real dodgy, and it's definitely had some water or something in there. You can see it looks pretty ordinary. So glad I'm changing that out. I'm glad I pulled it out when I didn't just leave it. Yeah, so in the bin, off to the scrappy with you. Hey guys, I left you guys on Sunday. I had everything cleaned up, ready to go. So I ordered some parts Monday morning from APC, and I ordered some terrain tamer rotors for the Troopy. These ones are their high performance disc rotors. They look pretty good. They are cheaper than the Bendix ones. That's why I went with them. And availability, like I ordered these Monday morning and they had them by lunchtime. So that's a big thing, I suppose, is availability, because I know when I done the 76 with the Bendix stuff, I waited 3 months for can't remember if it was the front rotors or the rear rotors. It was terrible. So yeah, I went terrain tamer purely for availability, and the price is a lot better. So, and I think they're going to be just as good. They look awesome. So we're going to give these a go. Just backing them up with the brake pads, the terrain tamer brake pads. So we'll see what they're like. I normally use the Bendix ones, but I was ordering the rotors, so got the pads to suit. Also had to order new wheel bearings, as you know. So I ended up ordering the full swivel hub kit. There's a few extra bits and pieces here that I can use. Even though I'm not doing the swivel hub rebuild, I will have all the parts if I do need to do it again. So it's going to be a couple of extra things I'm going to use in here. Obviously you get your wheel bearings, but comes with this nut kit. So as like these cruisers get a bit older and that, everything gets a bit flogged out, so you get a new washer and a couple of new nuts and that other washer that you bend the tabs over on. So you get some good little bits and pieces like that. So yeah, I've got the hubs all cleaned up now and started to put the rotor on one there. So I'm just going to go now and put the rotors on, put the bearings, grease the bearings up, put them in, and put the seals in the back, and then we'll go and put them on the car. So that's the new rotor on now. Just going to torque these bolts up to spec and do the others. So when I'm knocking these in, I'm being careful not to damage any of the surfaces. So we'll knock these in and we'll make sure they go home. That one's home. Making sure when I do these, I keep them to each side so that everything's going to go back on its original side. Yeah, so keeping both hubs and that separate, and same with the bearings. I'm making sure they all stay together in their matched pairs. Now I'm just going to pack these bearings. So now we're just popping the seal in. I have like an old bearing case I use to help knock the seal in, and then I can use my punch on top.
one done. The back side anyhow. So that's both hubs all ready to go on the car now. I've got the both bearings in on both of them, greased up, and I've got the seals in the back. Haven't touched the freewheeling hubs yet. I'll do that afterwards. I'll get these on first on the car and get that bit sorted, and then we'll come back and grease the hubs up and put them on. Also haven't cleaned up the stubs on the car, so we'll go and do that now, and then we can get these on. Also, that's that kit I've been using, that bearing race seal driver set. So it's got a heap of different sizes in there, and the little handle bit. It's come in very handy. If you can find one of them, grab one. I've just got a spindle greaser here, so deep inside the spindle is some needle rollers. Can't get to it unless you pull a hole, unless you're rebuilding the whole front end. So this enables you to pump a bit of grease down there and grease up those needle rollers. That's all you need. Alright, so cleaned up all the stub and everything around the front here. Brought the hub around, it's ready to go on. So we're just going to put it on now. Just being careful of that back seal. And I got the new nut kit. Let's give this a go. So good how you can buy all these parts. That's that washer I was talking about. You definitely, at least you want to replace this. Put the caliper on, and then once the caliper's on, then I'll do the brake pads. Set the bearing. I like to put the wheel on, nip it up pretty tight, give it a good couple of turns. final torque. I do up to 54 Newton meters. Now I'll pop the wheel off and do the rest. Then we just want to lock those tabs over. There's little tabs there. At least one onto each nut. So it's all done. Morning guys, it's the next morning now. Last night I ended up getting the Troopy back together. I had a lot of problems with the brake caliper on this side. I had one stuck piston, so I ended up pulling the just couldn't get it free enough. So it's really windy here today too. I couldn't get it free enough, so I took the caliper off, took it around the shed, stripped it down, cleaned it all out, and got it all freed up, put it back on. And then this morning Ryan's just helped me bleed the brakes. So yeah, now I've done all the front, I'm going to drain the front diff oil and maybe get out of the wind.
Holy shit.
What?
Velocity on my line.
Morning guys, we ended up bailing on the diff oil job yesterday. It was just too windy, but today it's a bit calmer, so going to get stuck back into some more jobs on the Troopy. First things first is get the diff oil changed in the front, and that pretty much it for the front end, so we'll get that done. I'm just going to let that drain for a while. Everyone loved the Tom Thumb utility pump in action last time, so here we go again on the front diff. It's all good. So a couple of these old bearings were in not too bad condition, so I'm just going to keep them as spares. Yeah, it's handy to have a couple of spares. I think there is a brand new spare in the Troopy, but I'll keep these anyhow because they're still pretty good. With this, that's a good thing about the 70 series. A set of bearings, it's the same front and rear. So the bearings in my 76 each corner fit in the Troopy each corner, and also fit in Ryan's 80 series each corner. So the only difference being the seals are different. So keep a couple of bearings, and who knows, maybe one of us will need them one day. I'll just throw a couple of tiny bit of grease in them just so they don't rust up. Not too much, I won't pack them too hard. Just don't want them to rust. If this was a spare bearing I was putting in the car and taking for a trip, I'd probably fully pack it with grease properly, and so that way it's ready to go. Chuck them up on the shelf and there for one day. I don't know when that day will be, but. And the old crappy one, I'll put that in the scrap metal bin. We got a little table for the Troopy. We realised last time we were camping we didn't have a table, so the 76 has the drifter drawer, so it has the table in there. Alright guys, I'm going to leave this video right here where it is now. Couple more things I still want to do. I want to do the rear wheel bearings and probably put those same rotors on the back, but that can be another time. It's time we went and used it. So
just bought myself a second-hand Engel because I tried to get our old one from the 76 fixed, and they couldn't fix it. Well, they could. It would have needed a whole new cooling system. Just wasn't worth it. So found a second-hand one. It's still brand new in the box. The guy never used it, so we've purchased that. I think Owen's picking it up for me today, so that'll fit straight in the spot where the spot in the Troopy where it has for the fridge. We couldn't run the way the fit out is. It's that's the only fridge that fits in there. It's made for that. So yeah, unless I change that, otherwise I probably would have bought a different fridge, or just would have swapped and changed with the Mike Coolman. So yeah, but anyhow, we bought that. Then we can have that fridge sitting in there, and then we're good to go. Thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you on the next one. Alright, you want to help me lift it out? Owen's just rocked up with the fridge. We've got a fridge for the Troopy now. We bought this second hand, but it's never been out of the box. It doesn't look like it, eh? It definitely hasn't been out of the box. How do we get it out? Right, pull that out.
Get rid of the plastic and just grab the side.
Cool, we'll get this ready and drop it in the Troopy.
Oh, I was gonna say, let's put it on the lounge there. Then you get up there, and if I go in the driver's seat.
It ain't gonna fit in there.
It's gotta lay like that.
Shit.
You need to move your chair, Shad.
Yeah. Yeah. I got this. Welcome to Struggle Street.
But then I can't get in there. I don't think.
Yeah? Tops.
If any of you people want to know how to keep the wear and tear low on your brake pads, just rub a bit of grease on the disc. Works well. That's what I run.
And a bull bar.
Yeah, and a bull bar.